That's what we call a mulligan in golf. So
Yeah. Welcome to the Hidden Heroes Talk Show. My name is Ariel. Today's guest speaker is Kevin Lamb. He's coming in from Detroit. Kevin, I'm so excited to talk with you. Will you tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, your hobbies, what do you do?
I was born and raised just outside Detroit, Michigan, in West Bloomfield. I once thought I was going to play baseball for a living. I went to school in North Carolina at High Point University to do that, but God had other plans. I tore my rotator cuff, flayed my labrum. I repaired it. I came back. I was pitching again. I was going to need the same surgery. I knew I had other gifts, so I let it go. I interned for ABC 53 in Lansing, Michigan. I did the play-by-play announcing for our women's volleyball team at High Point. I covered local high school sports. I contributed to the local paper. And in doing that, I learned that I like bits and pieces, all of it, but never enough just to commit. So I moved back to Michigan where my family and my friends and my love and my heart is. And I started this path kind of as an entrepreneur. And it wasn't really until one of my favorite bands, the Avett Brothers, they have a song, Head Full of Doubt, Road Full of Promise. And there's a lyric, if you've been loved by someone, you're never rejected, decide what to be and go be it. And it's on my wrists because that lyric, it bothered the heck out of me because since committing to be a baseball player, I didn't commit to anything with that passion. So at that day, I said, Kevin, what are you best at? And it's writing. And what does it take to be a writer? Everything. You got to hustle because writers get walked all over. So started freelancing. I was freelancing for a sports publication. Then I became the editor of that Sports Detroit magazine. From that, I co-hosted a sports talk radio show on DFN in Detroit. Then they offered me my own show. It was Shaggy Lamb and the Fan every Saturday from 11 to 1. About that same time, I met my first good sign. I discovered the good sign I was looking for. I always knew I was given gifts for a reason, and it wasn't until I found a good sign that I was really able to find that and start fulfilling it. I recognized it as a chance to heal the world with my words. You could have the best message in the world, but without context, you could have the cure to cancer, and it doesn't mean it's going to get delivered to anyone. I saw the way it affected people and positively influenced people and started conversations. And when you walk around with a giant yellow sign that says this is a good sign for 6 months, believe it or not, people are going to start coming up to you and asking you questions. And it's exactly what we wanted. We had created contacts, and I met Eric Dennis, founder of Good Sign, and he created Good Signs to combat the fear and the division in the world. He wanted to improve people's ability to be social. He wanted to combat irresponsible marketing and fear-based marketing that tried to make you feel inadequate unless you purchased their products. So me and Eric were meant to meet one another, and we met each other in Detroit under an overpass when I was bringing needed goods to the homeless. And it was at that time that he kind of declared me Good Sign Man and gave me control of the website and Facebook and kind of made me the spokesperson and the voice of the movement. And it's remarkable how far we've come to today. Today we have hundreds of thousands on six continents that carry, wear, and share good signs, encouraging and empowering others, reminding them to be happy and hopeful and to help others do the same. In June, we're launching Good Sign Magazine. We're celebrating the difference makers who contribute to a better tomorrow. I've been interviewing musicians, professional athletes, and social entrepreneurs who use their platform for good. It's an extraordinary reminder of all the wonderful humans in this world doing wonderful things, and perhaps we ought to focus our attention on them. And by focusing our attention on them, then maybe we want to emulate them and pay these actions forward rather than simply admiring them. And then, as a whole, it'll trigger a pay it forward random act of kindness, beautiful swirling increase of mass consciousness and goodness throughout the planet.
I love it. I love it. We connected on Instagram.
Yeah, no, it was really useful for that. I started noticing your stuff because we've always, we both were healing the disenfranchised, the forgotten, the broken and beaten. And I came across your message and I loved it. And I was just like, the more I learned, the more I liked. And it's great when people like myself meet other people like myself, like yourself, that do a bit of everything as an author and does radio. But most of all, you're on the ground and you're helping people and you're taking this message where it needs to go.
Absolutely. And you and I have a really cool position here. We get to meet awesome, inspiring people and talk to them all the time. And that's what I love about this is I've connected people from Detroit. We had Finland. We have Australia. All over the country of people who are making a difference. And like you said, they need to be heard. They need to be seen. And that's what we're trying to do is create this platform for them. I love it. So This is a Good Sign has been going on since 2013. Where do you guys see yourselves going with This is a Good Sign? What's the 5-year goal?
And just to clarify, it's been since 2010. We're forming our nonprofit, the Good Sign Foundation. We're working with Sherry Watson. She founded the ADA, the Americans with Disabilities Act. She's written over $100 million in grant proposals. She had a near-death experience, and as a result, she rallied through it, and now she wants to empower and fund 10,000 nonprofits. But the Good Sign Foundation is going to put on the Good Sign Awards. We're going to recognize businesses that exemplify responsible marketing and advertising. Eventually, the Good Sign is going to be an endorsement of sorts that every company in the world is wanting to apply for. And it's not going to be any amount of money that's going to purchase. We're going to have a board that looks at all these factors, how environmentally, socially, employee, etc. friendly these companies are, and we'll only give the Good Sign to people that adhere to these standards. And as a result, it'll be correctional. Eventually, we'll have some of the largest corporations in the world changing their policies, how they treat people, how they treat employees, how they market, how they advertise, because they're going to want to be on this train. They're going to want to be a part of the movement of the people. Yeah.
So if people want to get involved, where can they connect with you guys?
Thisisagoodsign.com. On Facebook, it's Good Sign. Just search This Is a Good Sign. On Instagram, I am Good Sign Man, and we have Good Sign Movement as well. At Twitter, it's This Is a Good Sign. If you Google Good Sign, we pop up number 1 and 2, and apparently Google's onto something, and we're pretty Googleable, so it's working.
Nice. I love it. Now, Kevin, most people that start or be a part of something like this didn't always come from the perfect background. Usually there's a place of pain, there's something there that kind of fuels you or helped you become passionate or empathize. Is there something there in the background that helped you get to this point where you want to help others?
I was just recently, I've always wanted to help others. I published a book last year called The Dying Romantic. It's on Amazon, but I was just reading it to help sort through some of my own stuff. And at a young age, I had this emotional spectrum. I had these gifts, but I didn't know what to do with it. I had all this love in the world that was rarely reciprocated. I loved anyway, and at a young age, I kind of rationalized away love. I said, Kevin, you were given gifts as a baseball player. Like, not everyone has these gifts. You should be grateful for them. So at a young age, I tried to practice gratitude for what I was given, and rather than focusing on, like every girl I ever loved fell in love with my best friend or this, that, and the other. Like I was the great friend, and I didn't know why I was given these gifts until one day I found the Good Sign. And I believe we're all given gifts to empower others. A lot of times we're given struggle because we can get through it, and we're all being tested. And what I love about our platform is, as we did with you as a guest blogger, we welcome anyone who has been through a struggle and has a great message, but may not necessarily want to simultaneously build their brand and original content. We want you to come on and guest blog and share it through thisisagoodsign.com and share it in our magazine, because that's what we're doing. We're healing others. We figured the quickest way to change the world is help support those who already are, and we want to expedite that process. We don't think people ought to struggle so much. So we're all about resourcing, pairing, and connecting good with good.
I love it. Do you guys have a motto, a saying, or just you personally that you live your life by that you want to share with us?
There's one. It's a quote from Marcus Mumford of Mumford & Sons. It's a song, "Awake My Soul." Where you invest your love, you invest your life.
I like it.
When it's all said and done, you'll look back over your days and you'll be curious and very reflective over how you spent your time. Not your money, but your time. Your care, your love, that's everything in this life. Who you give your attention to and your time and energy to. And we preach to surround yourselves with people that give it back. Encourage and empower others so that they will do the same.
I absolutely love it. Kevin, I'm so inspired by you. What advice would you give to others who are aspiring to do something similar, who want to make a difference, don't know where to start, or kind of feel like they've had this career choice and it's not really working for them and they want to find out what their passion is? Many people don't know.
I have a couple things on that. The first one is, most people can't do what they love for a living, but it doesn't mean you can't do what you love. There's a lot of hours in the day. Too many people hate their jobs and they go home and complain about it and sit in the couch and drink Bud Light. There's a lot of hours in the day. Go out, Volunteer, find awesome, fun things, connect with other passionate people. Passionate people will lead you to more passionate people. And the second one is I kind of built my life and my business and all of this around a concept. It's good to have faith, but it's better to show faith. Offer someone a service of value and expect nothing in return, and it'll come back tenfold. Once you start doing what you love for free long enough, people are going to be real happy to pay you to do it. It takes time and effort and plugging into as many things as you can and, you know, sharpening your skills. And as I was telling my friend last night, it's about having those aha moments. Oh yeah, by the way, I co-authored a book about a mental institution in Rochester Hills that treated the criminally insane, celebrities and authors. It's about having these fun little things that you can throw out there that are conversation speeches, and you only get those by experience. It's not going to be watching it on television, and it's not going to be about reading it on the internet.
I love it. I agree with you, Kevin. I tell many people in my support group, just do like a yes period. I say for a month, I'm just going to say yes to everything that I possibly can. That's a good thing. So like, charity, yes. Go get involved with this organization. Go to this food bank. Like, just try to put yourself in as many good positions as you can, and then you'll kind of see like, oh, I kind of tend to like working with animals, or I kind of tend to like working more with children, and you'll kind of find your position. But I love it. Put yourself amongst inspiring people, and you'll be inspired.
Heck yeah.
Everybody, you're listening to Hidden Heroes. Ariel, guest speaker is Kevin Lamb with This Is a Good Sign. Go check it out, thisisagoodsign.com. Kevin, any last words before we wrap up?
Ariel, you're a beautiful and amazing soul. I appreciate you. You're doing a great job. Keep up the good work and stay positive.
Thank you, and let's connect.
Absolutely.
Everybody listening in, thank you. Have a great day, and this has been Hidden Heroes with Ariel.